Hello class. Hello class. I welcome you to another interesting class in our Coreldraw. And in this class, we're going to teach you how you can create a professional A4 invoice in Coreldraw. And the last one we were able to create in the last class, we were able to create A5 invoice design using Coreldraw. So all you have to do is to watch the step and the process I'm taking to create a professional standard A4 size invoice. So without wasting much of our time, so let's get the today class started. First thing you have to do is to go to File to make a new page, and then click on New. Alright, so from this point here, I'm going to type standard invoice design. Alright, so we're going to select A4 size, and then we can change from millimeter to inches, and everything it looks good. Then make sure that our primary color mode is CMYK, and the resolution should always be 300. So you come down below here and click on OK. Alright, so having made a new page size like this, so the next thing to do is to start with our design concept. So the first thing we have to do is to go to the toolbar here and double click the rectangle to make a page border. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do now is to go back to my toolbar again, and I'm going to select my pen tools. Then I'll make a path, a straight line path. I'll press that shift key to make a straight path like this. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is that I'll go back to my toolbar again, and I will select my rectangle now, and I'll make a perfect rectangle here, something like this. Okay, so I can press shift key and select my first stroke, and we'll tap to the top just to shift to the top like this. Okay, so now one other thing I'm going to do is to go back to my toolbar again and select my rectangle. Then I will make another rectangle right here. Okay, so what I'm going to do next is that I will click once this rectangle. So having clicked once, then I will make use of skew. I will skew to this edge like this. Okay, now what I'm going to do next is that let me zoom out the entire shape. Okay, so now from this point here, we need to make sure that this is very much close together. All you have to do is to drag down like this. Then you have to press Ctrl Z. Then Ctrl V to make a duplicate. So I'm going to press Shift key and drag in to resize like this. Okay, so we can snap this to the top. I press Shift key and select the original shape and press T to the top. Then R to the right, something like this. So can just tap in like this. Okay, so now what other thing I'm going to do is I'll press Shift key and select the original shape. Then I will just tap a little bit like this. Okay, so now I need to select the shape. Then I will drag my ruler to the center of the shape like this. Right, now I will select my pen tools now. Then I'll make a path. Control key down. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do next is that we can right click and delete this ruler. So having done that, so let me scroll down and then we continue with our sketch. So this particular rectangle here, we can right click and press down Control key down to make a duplicate, and we can click on copy here. So we can make adjustment on this to make it tiny like this. Okay, so let me scroll down. All right, so let us make use of a zoom tool now, and minus to zoom in. Now we are almost done with the layout of our invoice. So the next thing I'm going to do is to go back to my toolbar again. Then I'll click down on this and then I'll select table. So having select table, you have to come to the top here and format your table standard. So now I'm going to make this one a single column and let me say 12 row. Okay, then I will draw from this point. Oh, sorry, this is not the format. Sorry, so it should be one column and 12 row. Yeah, so you can just drag down like this and snap to this object here. So now we can zoom out and see what other thing we can do. Now from the bottom here, we need to go back to our toolbar again and then select rectangle. So having selected a rectangle, so we can make a big rectangle at the bottom like this. So we can make another tiny rectangle at the bottom here. Okay, so I'll make another rectangle here. So we can click on this and try to take it to the top. Then we come back here and click once. Then we try to skew. So when you skew like this and you release. So we can take this one right here. All right, so let me zoom out. So I'm trying to make this a little bit tiny. Okay, so we can take this down a little bit. So I can come back to my pen tools here and I select my pen tools, and before I'll make use of the pen tool, I need my ruler. So I can make a path like this and like this, and I'll close the path here. Then I'll press Ctrl key down and cut. So with this I can right click and delete my ruler. So we are having it. I'm not satisfied with this curve here. So let me try and see if we make a duplicate. Control Z and then Control V. So let me make it a duplicate. So can just press down Control key and take it like this and snap it this way. Okay, this is what I need. So we can leave it in that way. So now one other thing we can do here is that let's scroll up and so let me zoom in, our zoom tool, and zoom in. Now here we can draw a small box here, and this can be terms of service, terms and conditions of service. Now at this point now we need to make use of our smart fit tools. So before we do that, I will select this top shape and I'm going to fill it with black. Okay, and so I'm going to fill this with black also. Okay, now I need to go to my tools bar now and look for my smart fit tools. So having selected our smart fit tools, then we begin to fill some of the area. So like this place, I need to fill it, and I need to fill this place, and I need to fill this place. Let me scroll up. I need to fill this place, and this place. Then I'll press space bar key to return. Now I need to select this shape and press shift key and select this, and the shift key and select this. Then I'll go to my home tab here. I'll select a wedge. Now this new shape here, I'm going to change the color. I'll come to my color palette here. I'll click down, and I'm going to make use of lemon green. So you can see. So now you can scroll down and let's see what we can do. Now here we need to select this and make use of the same lemon green. Now I'll click on this and I'll press delete key on my keyboard. So now at the bottom here, let us maintain the same black, or okay, let's maintain the same lemon green, and while we paint this one, let's maintain this one white, and this one here, let's maintain it to be lemon green. Okay, so now we can select on this and come here and right click to remove the stroke, or better still, let me just, okay, sorry, Ctrl Z. Let me just select it this way. So if you select like this, then you come here, you right click. I'm going to remove the stroke. Now this one here, we can change the color to, you can come here and edit the color. So I'm going to edit the color to this type of black here. Okay, so if you need the color code, this is the color code: cyan 87, magenta 70, yellow 60, black is 76. So you click on OK. Now this same color here, I'm going to apply it to the top. So I'm going to apply it here, and I think this is the color. Yeah, So this one also, I'm going to put it here. Very good. So I'll click on this top here and I'll delete. Very good. So now, one other thing we can do is that we can try to divide the invoice. So we go back to our pen tools and we select pen tools now. Then from the top, we press that shift key and take it to the bottom. Then we press Control key down to cut. So now we can try to know the value figure of the stroke of this, and I think they are the same, 2. So this one 2 is 2 is the same size. So here we can press down Control key and right click to make a perfect duplicate, and we choose copy here. So same thing, right click and press down Control key. So here, copy here. Here can be the rate. Right click, and here can be the quantity, where this place can be the total amount. So now we have done with the layout of our standard A4 invoice design. So let's see how we can input the text into the invoice.